Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Good morning, teacher, Pierre and teacher
Morning, students.
Good morning, guys.
Let's give teacher Om an opportunity to do a warm-up with us before we start.
Okay, guys. Please open your camera and then please show to your hands. น้ำหนึ่งเชนข้าวหอมข้าวกล้องตันบอสเต็มฟ้าจัสมินภูมิมิ Okay, guys. We're gonna do like this. Do you remember? Okay. The left hand we're gonna point to this one, and the right hand we're gonna do like this 2. Okay, we're gonna count 1 to 10. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, thank you. Good job, guys.
Good job. Even I get confused this morning. Nice and early on a Monday morning. Welcome back, you guys. Please remember to turn on your cameras. And let's jump straight into it. We are currently busy with quadrilaterals. And I would like to say thank you all for being here this morning. It shows me that you guys want to learn and want to improve. So let's try and do that today. So first things first, we had the homework that we had to do, page 92, 93, 94, and 95. Please remember to spend some time on this and complete it as soon as possible and send it to us. Okay, it's quite important that we get this information from you guys. Okay, so that's to start off with. The next thing we're going to start today with is, where are we now? Types of quadrilaterals. I want to do the perimeter of quadrilaterals today, but let's just make sure we understand what the different quadrilaterals are. So we have the square, we have the rhombus, we have the trapezium, then we have the rectangle, the parallelogram, and the kite. So those are our 6 quadrilaterals we're going to look at, and we're also going to find out how to calculate the perimeter of these quadrilaterals. Okay. So we're going to start off on page 106. So if you have your books, please open on page 106, and then we can start. So what is the perimeter? The perimeter is the total length of all the sides for a closed shape. So that means if you look at the shape at the bottom, why did my share cancel now? If you look at the square at the bottom or the top left hand corner here, you can see each of these, or there's a rectangle, each of them have a length of a side. So if we want to calculate the perimeter, we have to add all the sides together. So we add the 4 centimeters, the 2.5, the 4 centimeters, and another 2.5. If we add them all together, we can get one length, like over here. 4 plus 2.5 plus 4 plus 2.5 equals 13 centimeters long. Now, these questions we can also ask in different ways, because I can ask you to give the name of the line. For example, what is the length of MT? MT, the length of MT is 2.5, or TM is 2.5 centimeters. So the perimeter is very nice to work with because it's very easy to calculate. And I will show you how we can do it now. So for the first time in quite a while, we're doing something that is quite easy to do. So let's see if we can figure it out. Okay. First thing we have a perimeter of quadrilaterals. Perimeter is the length of all sides. Now, one thing I want to bring to your attention is that sometimes we find these lines. on the shapes, like I have here. What does that mean? The first thing is, look at how many lines are there that are different. There are two different types of lines. There's one line and there's two lines. Now on the top, you can see here, it's 10 centimeters for the one line. Now I draw the same line over here. What does that mean? In mathematics, it means that the top line and the bottom line are the same length. So if this one over here is 10 centimeters, then the length of this line here will also be 10 centimeters. And the reason why I put two lines over here is to show that it has a different length. So this one is 6 centimeters, and then we know that this one over here must also be 6 centimeters. You will see that in your books. But sometimes we get a shape like a square, and they give us the square. Let's see if we can draw a square like this, and they give us one line here, one line here, one line here, one line here. And then they might give us one side. They might say A, B is 3 centimeters. But because we have these lines everywhere, it means that all the sides are the same length. So this will be 3 centimeters. This will be 3 centimeters. And this will be 3 centimeters. Okay. So we're going to do a few different exercises now, and I want us to use our brain a little bit and try and figure out what will the perimeter be. So there's two ways of doing the perimeter. The first one is by adding up all the length of a side, but there's also a second one that we don't really use. And that is, if you want to measure precisely, then you can take a piece of string, you put the piece of string at the bottom here, and then you put this piece of string all across the line over here. So you fold the string on the lines, and once you have folded the string, and this is the end here, you spread the line out, or the piece of string out like this. The one side here and the one side here. Then you can take your ruler and measure it. And then you can find the side. Okay. But we're not going to do that. We're going to use mathematical equation and problem solving technique to solve this one. So over here, the first picture you can see, we have one line here. We have one line here. Two lines, two lines. Okay, so let's pay attention. I'm going to ask you guys some questions. Let's see who can give me the answer the fastest. So first thing, what is the length of the side on the left of shape number 1? What is the length over here of the side? Who can tell me? What would the length be of this line here? Take away all these. Draw one solid line. So the pink line, how long is this pink line? You can tell me. Let's see.
2 centimeters.
Why?
Because opposite is 2 centimeters.
Opposites are equal. Yes, excellent. The opposites are equal. So the opposite is also 2 centimeters. So our line must also be 2 centimeters. The other reason is they show us here by putting the line here and the line here. They show us that this side and this side is equal. The same for this one, has 2 lines and 2 lines. So how long will the line at the bottom be? This one. What would the length of this line be? Anyone? The length of the bottom line.
5
5.
cent.
5 centimeters. Excellent. So now we have the length of all the sides. Now all we have to do is we take the numbers and we add them together. So we can take 5 plus 5 equals 5 plus 5, 10. Plus 2 equals
Okay, please.
what is 10 plus 2 plus 2?
14.
Then our perimeter, excellent. Our perimeter here will be 14 centimeters. Do you guys see how easy it is to calculate this? Wow. Yes, teacher also like to teach some easy things every now and then. Okay, so this one, very straightforward, very easy. Let's go over to number 2. What is the length of the sides? Here we have 2.5. But they show us that this one and this one and this one and this one equal to the same. So all the sides equals 2.5 centimeters. So now we can add 2.5 4 times. 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5. Or we can go and say 2.5 multiplied by 4, because all the sides are the same. And who can tell me what is the answer over there? The perimeter here.
2.5 times 4.
Yes. Or 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5. 4 sides.
10.
Excellent. Equals 10. You know 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5. So 5 plus 5 equals 10. Excellent. Are you guys understanding? If you do not understand, please stop me. Please stop me, or please ask me to say again. If I maybe speak too fast or you don't understand clearly, please ask me to repeat myself. I will do that gladly. Okay. The next one is the rhombus. So how does the rhombus work? Well, the good thing is with perimeter, we don't care.
Hard.
Excuse me?
Hard.
Hard. Quickly, let's explain. The rhombus, we don't have to worry. Yeah, 12. Okay, it's 12 here. Yes. Thank you, Tantan. If you look at the rhombus doesn't matter if it looks different than the square, because we don't care about the inside angles, if they are right angle corners or not. We only care about the length of each side. And this one is 3 centimeters, and we have 4 lines here. So we can take 3 multiplied by 4. It's going to give us 12 centimeters for the rhombus. What about here for the parallelogram? What is the side length over here? 15. Are you sure? How did you get 15, Tantan? You get
9 plus 6.
9 plus 6. Excellent. You take 9 plus 6 to give you 15. And that 9 plus 6 is 3 times 2. No, plus 4.5 times 2. Okay. So these ones, we don't have to write a formula. Let's see. Tantan is doing some more mathematics here for us. Okay, let's see. Okay, the next one, number 5. Are you guys all still with me here? Let's see if Tantan's answer is correct. Once again, we work with the kite. Now, the kite is just as simple as any other shape, because we know that the kite has 2 lines that are the same on the top side, and it has 2 lines that are the same at the bottom. So the two top ones, the bottom one is 2 centimeters. So the top one will also be 2 centimeters. Then we have the bottom is 4 centimeters and the bottom part will also then be 4 centimeters. So 4 plus 4 equals 8, plus 2 equals 10, plus 2 equals 12. Yeah, are you guys still with me? You are awfully quiet. So if you don't understand, please talk to me. The one over here, number 6. Who can tell me, is Tantan's answer correct? 13.5. Who can tell me? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. What do? We add them all together with a big plus. So 2.5 plus 2.5 equals 5. 5 plus 5 equals 10. 10 plus 3.5 equals 13.5. So Tantan's answer is 100% correct. Okay. Now there is another type of question that we're going to get to. The last two, they tend to be a little bit more tricky. We have to use our brain. So the first couple of ones, very easy, very straightforward. I would imagine all of us can add 3 or 4 numbers together. But let's look at number 7 at the bottom here. Now this one's a little bit different. Let me first, it's all on Tantan. Let me first remove the writing. I'll allow to write in a little bit. Let me just first explain so that the other kids.
What page?
Page 107. 107. Okay. So if you look at the shape here, this is not a normal quadrilateral. But there's 2 things we can do. We can either make it into 2 rectangles. 3 times 2, okay, all sides. Or we can make it into a shape like this and remove that one there. The reason I do this is just so that we can easier identify the shape. So now let's quickly pay attention here and let's see. Who can tell me what is the length of the blue side over here? What is the length of the blue side? Who can tell me? Can anyone tell me? What is the length of the blue side over here?
I think it's 5.
You think it's 5? Let's write it down.
I think it's 5 too.
So how do we calculate that? Let me quickly show you. If you draw this block, let me use a different color not to confuse you. If you draw this block as a total block like this, we can see that the length over here must match the length over here. But what we can also see is we have 2 lines going here and here. And together, they make up the full length of this line here. So what we can do, we take the 3 centimeters from the one over here, and we take the 2 centimeters and we add them.
I think 20.
Again, Tantan, sorry?
It's 20.
20, the answer. Okay, let me write it down. We will come test it now. Okay. So now we have one side. We have the 5 centimeters. Now, what do you think is the length of the bottom side?
5. Because 2 plus 3.
Excellent, excellent. Because we add the 2 centimeters over here and the 3 centimeters over here, we get also the number 5. But now it's important for us to count all the sides, because if you think about this shape, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides, 6 lines that have to be added all together to give us the perimeter. So firstly, we have to count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have all 6 lengths of all 6 sides. So now we go, add them together, and let's see. 5 plus 5 equals 10. 10 plus 2, 12. 12 plus 3, 15. 15 plus 3, 18. 18 plus 2, 20. So our answer is indeed 20 centimeters. Well done, Tantan. Excellent answer. Thank you very much. Okay. So let's
It's 24.
last one, 24. Okay, let's test. Let's test. So let's see what Tantan is drawing here. That's 8. Just hold on, Tantan. Just leave the 24 is okay. The rest I will do. Because I want all of us to work together here. Wait, let me remove the light. Thank you, Tantan, for explaining. That's very good. Just give me a moment to explain to everyone else. I want you guys to answer these questions with me, please.
16 plus 6 plus 2.
Okay, thank you, thank you. We'll get to that. Let us quickly just explain to everyone. So who can tell me what is the length of the side over here, the green one? What is the length over here?
2 centimeters.
2 centimeters. Excellent. What about the length of this line here?
2.
How do we know it's 2? Because the top one is 6. And we have a 2 here and a 2 here. So 6 minus 2 equals 2. Okay. And the last one, what is the length of the side here? This one. What is the length over there? Anyone tell me? Over here. It's the same as this one here, which is 4 centimeters. Let's count the lines to make sure that we add them all together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
24.
24. Okay. Thank you, Tantan. I'll write it down here. Let's see if that is correct. So let's count how many numbers do we have. We have 8 sides. Let's see if we have 8 numbers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we have all the sides and all the numbers. Now we have to add them together.
2.
Let's see. Start at the bottom here. 2 plus 4 equals 6, plus 2 equals 8, plus 2 equals 10. Plus 6 equals 16, plus 2 equals 18, plus 2 equals 20, plus 4 equals 24. So Tantan, your answer is 100% correct.
Yay.
Do you guys,
I
do the rest
think-
of you understand? Are you guys
No.
happy? I can see Tantan understands. He gives me some good answers. But the rest of you, do you understand? Yes or no?
Me. Mitali merchant. Top gem.
Okay, if you guys don't understand, please, you know that you can contact me and ask me again afterwards. It's not an issue. I can always help you. Okay. Please remember to just write down the numbers and the answers in your books. We'll take notice of them very soon. Okay. So now to move on, let's see what else that we can do. We can also look at the area. So we look at the perimeter and we're going to start with the area. The perimeter is quite easy if you draw your lines and just use your brain and count and make sure we have all the lines and the lengths. Now the area is a little bit more difficult. So let's pay some attention. We only have about 10 minutes left before we finish. So let's start with the area. First, we're going to do some reading just to get us an idea of how the area works. So first things first, we have to find the area of an equiangular quadrilateral using a grid. Okay. So here they give us a picture 1 unit by 1 unit. This quadrilateral is 1 unit in length and width. The area is 1 square unit. How do we know that? Because the area is length times width for a rectangle. This is a square. For a square, we say, if this side is A, we can say A, which is the number of sides, squared. Or A times A. 1 times 1 equals 1. But also only 1 block here. This quadrilateral is 3.5 units in width and 4 units in length. Count the squares. There are 12 full unit squares and 4 halves. Each half is 0.5 square units. 4 halves are then 2 square units. So if you count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So they say it's 14 square units by looking at the grid. Now I'm not going to use the grid. If we take 3.5 multiply by 4, what's our answer? Equals 14 unit square. Okay. So this is when we use the grid. Now I don't really care too much about the grid because it's more important that we understand the formulas. And the formula over here is 3.5 times 4, which equals length times the width. Okay. But while we have to do the grid, let's spend a few minutes on these 6 questions. If we get all of them correct, we can finish up. Okay. So we have 6 questions here. We have to write the square units. Remember that
Give me writing.
some of them are full units. So if you look here, this one is a whole unit.
Give me writing.
Yeah, I will allow you to write now, Tantan. Let me just finish explaining, please. And then at the bottom, this one is only half a unit. Remember that. The small ones are only half a unit, like here and here. So let's see if we can answer these questions. Okay, are you guys ready to start? You can start writing now. Let's see if we can figure out the answers. I will inform you if you are correct. You can draw on the board. I allow you to draw on the board now. So you can open your pens and then you draw on the board. And I will explain to you as we go along. So number
Draw
one.
on the board now.
Yeah, you can draw now.
Yeah.
You can choose one and
Okay.
do it. And I want to see how many of these we get correct. Okay, let's go to number 1. Over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Excellent. That's correct. Next one over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 5 equals 20. Excellent. The one over here we did in the example as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2 halves. 1, 13, 14. Okay. The next one over here we have
ขอบคุณนะใครก็ไม่รู้ที่ช่วยรับงานเอาไว้และฉันก็จะไปเล่นเพลงแล้ว
16, 20. Again, Tantan, sorry, what do you say?
Oh, no, teacher, nothing. Go ahead.
And the next one, so here we have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 21, 22. The next one is 3.5 times 3.5. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But this one is not as easy because these ones looks like they might be even smaller. So this one is 1. This one is 0.75. I would say like that. So this one's even smaller. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have a 9 plus 1 equals 10. And then we have 0.5 and the extra 0.75 here equals 12.25. I don't like this grid. The grid is not the best way to calculate this. I'll show you now a different way we use. And this one as well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.75 at the end there. Okay. These ones are all correct that you guys did. But let me show you an easy way that we can calculate the area. So the first way we can do that is by saying length times width, meaning 4 times 3 equals 12. Over here at the bottom also we can do 5.5 times 2.5. 5.5 times 2.5. And that will give us 13.75 that we are after. Okay, but we'll look into that in the next lesson a little bit more, because these grids, I will never ask you a grid like this in the test. No, I want you to do the calculation by using either multiplication, adding, subtracting, or division. Okay, so that's it for today's lesson. What did we got? What did we talk about today? You can tell me. What did we talk about today? We talked about the
area.
perimeter and the area. Excellent. Thank you very much, Tenfa. Very good. We talked about the perimeter and the area of quadrilaterals. Okay. So, who's going to beat teacher today in rock, paper, scissors? It's Monday morning, start of a new week, nice and fresh and bright and early. Let's see if any of you have practiced over the weekend. So I'll give you a few seconds to start. Get your cameras ready, and then we'll play. Okay.
I'm going to win a
Okay. Send it in chat. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Shoot. Oh, who has paper? Namnyang, do you have paper? Teacher Om has paper. Congratulations.
3. I'm winning.
Congrats, it's Pooh. I think it's Pooh and Namnyang that beat me in rock, paper, scissors today. Congratulations to you two. But we will have another opportunity in the afternoon. Okay, so don't be too discouraged. We'll get another opportunity. But thank you guys for coming this morning and spending some time with us doing mathematics. And I'll see you guys again a little bit later. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you guys.